Welcome to the kennel. This is our very first podcast, so bear with me. I'm not trying to be a big YouTuber or podcaster. This is just information about Rockstar Rescue, about the dogs at Rockstar Rescue, questions within Rescue, all kinds of things that we plan to discuss and talk about bi-weekly. That's how we're going to do it right now until we decide we can do it weekly. I don't know. It's kind of time consuming. Running all of this, making videos, editing videos, all that kind of stuff. Speaking of that, I would like to mention something. These dogs are going crazy back here. I've already posted several videos. We've made some comprehensive videos of a dog's entire time with us. We've made little shorts of what's currently going on. A lot of people like our videos. And then a lot of people feel the need to tell me music sucks. I don't know what to tell you. There's a little thing. I think you can Google this. It's called copyright. Copyright. I would love to throw in some Guns N' Roses, some, I don't know, some Beatles maybe, some Def Leppard. Yeah, I'm old, apparently. But can't do it. Can't use that music. Little thing called copyright. So we're kind of stuck with the goofy, fluffy, banjo picking, synthesizer playing music. So please quit commenting that the music sucks. You make us a better soundtrack. I'll post it. All right. So this is our very first episode, inaugural episode. Whoa. Every now and then you may hear some dogs barking, fighting, playing, peeing. Who knows? Nothing I can do about that. I am in a kennel. So what I want to do for our first episode is just kind of go over the dogs that we have currently here at the shelter. Dogs do come and go, although not lately. Whatever's going on in the last year and a half, very, very slow adoptions. In fact, if it weren't for having so many puppies, I don't even think we would have 10 adoptions so far this year, which is strange. And that would be Legend peeing in the background. So that's why you see the towels along the front of the kennels. So when the dogs pee and the pee runs forward, it stops it. So we're going to talk about the dogs that are here currently, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about them, when we got them, their time with us, yada, yada. So first up, I have notes. I'm so professional. So first up is Libby, a.k.a. Liberace. If you don't know who Liberace is, Google it. I don't have time to explain to every person who we named our dogs after. We are Rockstar Rescue. I named the dogs after rock stars, a.k.a. musicians, a.k.a. Female or male name in a song, something like that. Even though we have named dogs after rap stars and country stars, then I also get flack about that's not a rock star. Anyway, Liberace. Liberace has by far been with us the longest. We got Liberace in November of 2020. Yikes. And Libby is a special boy. Libby has literally been with us 1,406 days. And I know that sounds incredibly long. And it is. It is. It's going on 4 years. And I have received some flack about how long he's been with us. People have told me he's institutionalized, euthanize him. That's too long to be in rescue, euthanize him. He can't be adopted, euthanize him. To that I say nothing, because I can't say it on YouTube or I'll get blocked. But you know what I would say. I am never going to keep a dog that is deteriorating, that is showing signs of zoochosis. Zoochosis, a topic we will talk about in another episode. I'm not going to keep a dog that has zoochosis, that is deteriorating, that is getting more aggressive, or the behavior is worsening in any way, whether they're shutting down or they're getting more aggressive. I'm not going to keep a dog like that. I understand institutionalized. I understand too long in rescue. Libby, however, has actually improved during his time with us. So we got Libby at county. He was going to be euthanized. He had a problem with men. He has stranger danger issues. Stranger danger means anyone new. He's fearful, doesn't want to meet them, doesn't know how to meet them. Fear aggression. So when a dog is fearful, they lash out. Oh, I even have a pin. So professional. So think about maybe a bully in a bar. Something we've probably all experienced. Maybe I'm just the bar goer. Usually people who lash out are insecure in themselves. They don't know how to express themselves properly. They're insecure within. So their only defense is to lash out. We all know people like that. So Libby is like that. That's what's called fear aggression. Also when he's fearful, if he's afraid of something, he can lash out. So he has stranger danger issues, doesn't like meeting new people. He also redirects. That's the biggest problem with Libby, for me, for staff. So you're walking Libby down the street, take him for a walk. He spots a skateboarder on the other side of the street, and he wants to lunge and get that skateboarder, but he can't because he's on a leash. So he turns around and he bites you in the knee. Now I say bite. He puts his teeth on you. There's been a couple incidents where Libby has actually bit somebody, and that's because he was extremely startled or scared. But it's nothing. No one's needed a hospital. No one's needed an ambulance. No one's needed anything but a Band-Aid. These puppies are crazy. So that's the deal with Libby. Once he knows you, he's awesome. He's so awesome. He is a love bug. He loves to snuggle. He loves to roll over on his back and get belly rubs. He's a sweetheart, but he's going to take time to meet. And that's been the problem. Most adopters don't want to take the time to get to know a dog. They're in the market to adopt. They contact you. They're hoping to come and visit right then, 2 p.m, 5 o'clock at night. Oh, we want to come see a dog right now. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not available. You're going to have to schedule an appointment. We're not an open county facility where you can just come willy-nilly. So a lot of people don't want to take the time to come visit Libby, let him get to know you, give him some treats, build some trust, take him on walks. They just don't want to deal with it. I understand it. And even if you got Libby to like you, you then have this issue with any family members, friends that come over. I understand Libby's situation, but he is a love bug. I'm not going to euthanize him. I've posted a video about this before. I'll put a link in the description about that. It'll just say Libby and the link to the video, so you can check that out. Next, we have Mr. Legend. Legend is a Malinois. Now, if you know anything about Malinois, they're Malinois. That's all I can say. They're a lot of dog. Malinois are police dogs. They are the dogs you see at the airports. They are not dogs to just have as a family pet. To the right family, sure. To the right person, absolutely. Legend is awesome. Awesome dog. So smart. So wanting to work, so willing to do whatever you say. He can't wait for your command so that he can perform it. You couldn't ask for a better dog, but he's a lot of dog, and not a lot of people can handle that. We've had inquiries. People have come and met Legend, and then they just don't really follow up. I think he's a little more than they're willing to commit to, and that's unfortunate. Legend came to us in September of 22. So he is going on 2 years here at Rockstar, which is unfortunate. a total of 725 days he's been with our rescue. And that just sucks because he's an amazing dog. And now I do worry about Legend deteriorating because he's a high energy dog. He's a very intelligent dog. It's the equivalent of SeaWorld. You know, you have these intelligent orcas and dolphins in captivity. They go cuckoo. Not that any animal in captivity is a good thing. I get this as captivity, but not really captivity. We're holding them until we can find a good home. SeaWorld is not holding them until they find a good home. Don't get me started on SeaWorld. Just don't. That's a whole other episode. Well, maybe I'll talk about that. I'll write that down. SeaWorld. SeaWorld. Next episode. So, okay. So Legend, I got Legend. He was hiding in some bushes. I actually got a call that a pregnant dog had been hit by a car and was hiding in some bushes. And I was just like, oh my gosh. So I rush out, you know, with my trusty lead and I think a can of tuna, thinking that I was going to catch this dog. I couldn't see the dog. All I could hear was this deep horror movie growl from behind these bushes. And every now and then I would see these teeth come out, kind of like Alien, like, but I finally got a snare lead on him, got him out and realized, oh, that is not a female. So therefore that dog was not pregnant. It was Legend. Maybe they knew, maybe they didn't. Maybe they just said that to create urgency to get me to come out. Whatever. It worked. He's been with us. So the next dog that we have, kind of a twofer. Cucumber and Pluto. Now, Cucumber and Pluto were born here at Rockstar. They were puppies of Azalea, if anyone remembers Azalea. Azalea came from county, pregnant, ended up having a litter of 12 puppies. They all got adopted when they were 8 weeks old, 9 weeks old. Cucumber and Pluto included. And then a year later, Cucumber needed to be returned. She did not do well in a home with small dogs, which is nothing we would even know as a puppy. I mean, she's a puppy. She's getting along with the rest of the litter. We don't know. A lot of dogs really don't come into their own and develop their personality until around 2 years old. It's why you see a lot of 2 and 3-year-old dogs at shelters, because that's around the time these traits start coming out and people start realizing, oh, this dog isn't good with kids, or, oh, this dog isn't good with other dogs, and so on and so on. So I don't think she was 2 though. I think she was about 1, and she got returned. Let's see, she got returned in April of 23. So a year after she was adopted. She wasn't good with the small dogs in the home. So she's now been back with us for 522 days. She got returned in April of 23. So yeah, about a year and a half ago. And she's a sweetheart. She's a great dog. Loves to play fetch. Just throw the ball. All she wants to do is play fetch. My arm gets tired. Actually, it's probably a good workout. I should start throwing with my left. Get those arms going. But she's a good dog. She's friendly. She's a little timid to meet people, but then she warms up within 2 minutes. We've taken her on outings to Starbucks and different stuff. She meets all kinds of people. I don't know why she's here, actually. She just didn't get along with small dogs in the home. Now, that's also not to say that that would be the case forever. Maybe it was something else that happened in that home. Maybe it wasn't addressed early on when it could have been. Who knows? There's a dozen factors. So I would say Cucumber could probably be adopted to someone who then could take the time to work with her and get her introduced to other dogs, because she's here in the kennel. And if you see our kennel grids here you can see between them. So a lot of shelters just have block walls in between the dogs. And I understand why. Cage fighting, all kinds of reasons. Contamination issues. But we have a solid partition in the back 5 feet and then the forward 5 feet is a grid partition. And I designed it that way because I wanted dogs to see each other and interact. Now, we do have dogs that can't, and we'll put up a divider to keep them safe and the dogs next to them safe. But for dogs that can interact, it's great. I feel bad for a lot of these dogs in county that they can't see any other dogs other than when dogs walk by, or maybe a dog across the hall. But I like this design. But so Cucumber does interact with dogs next to her, and for the most part, she's good. I think she kind of has a scuffle maybe over food. That's about it. So her sibling, Pluto, AKA Diego. He was Diego with us. He got adopted, got named Pluto. We kept the name. Now, he got returned 2 years after he was adopted. Actually, he got returned in March of this year. So he's been with us 171 days now. Pluto, very opposite of Cucumber. Pluto, much like Libby, has stranger danger issues, fear aggression issues. Luckily, he doesn't redirect and bite us when he's frustrated at that over there. But he's going to be harder to get adopted. Again, much like Libby, someone's going to have to come several times. They're going to have to meet him. They're going to have to take the time and the effort to put into it. I have found a lot of people want to adopt dogs for themselves. And I get it. Adopt dogs to cure and resolve their own issues. They're lonely. They're sad. They want to feel fulfilled. I get it. But a lot of people don't necessarily adopt a dog for the betterment of the dog. And that's unfortunate because so many dogs at county, I think the last estimate I saw was 1,090 dogs at county right now. It's astounding what's going on in rescue. We're not the only ones. I mean, we are not the only ones. At first I thought, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing? What am I not doing? Am I promoting wrong? Is Facebook dying? Do I need to promote somewhere else? Yes, to all of that. But I still think this is backlash from COVID. I think a lot of people that adopted during COVID, you know, it's been a few years now, and they're realizing they don't have time. They're back to their jobs. They now have kids that were created during COVID. And so a lot of dogs are getting returned. So 1,090, I think, was the last estimate at county. We have here, well, it's unfair to say what we have here because we have so many puppies, but adult dogs, I think we have like 9, maybe 10. I don't know. I don't even know. I'm in the room and I don't even know what we got. So that's my spiel on that. So Cucumber and Pluto, again, brother and sister, 2 very different personalities. Cucumber would be great with a young couple, even whatever kind of couple, going on hikes, trips to the lake, walks. She's great. Pluto, you're going to have to work with him, safeguard him and any visitors come to the house. It's unfortunate, but again, he's not deteriorating here. We're working on getting him out, trying to, do the best we can. A lot of issues aren't, behavioral. I mean, they are, but it's not a behavior they learned. It's not a learned behavior. A lot of issues are genetic, and you're never going to get it out. I hear all the time, I've sent my dog to training. I've worked with my dog for years. I've done this. I've done that. Nothing's working. I need to surrender him. It's genetic. We all have our own issues. Not me, of course, but you all have issues. And not all of it's learned behaviors. A lot of it's genetic. And you wouldn't know until you start realizing, hey, my family member does that and I do it. Did I learn it from them, or is it genetic? Maybe a little both. Who knows? But Pluto, it's genetic. His mama was like that. And a couple other dogs from that litter, I have had feedback that are aggressive a little bit. And luckily, those adopters have kept them and worked on the issues. Unfortunately, Cucumber and Pluto got returned. So that takes us to our next dog, Miss Billy. She's in there. You can't see her. I'm probably blocking her. But there she is. Billy was at county, fully pregnant. And I got, I get an email list. I get emails from county shelters, not just Maricopa County. I get them from Pinal County. I get them from Pima County, which is Tucson. I get them from up north in Flagstaff. I get emails pretty much daily of a list of dogs that are all going to be euthanized. It's the most brutal thing. Trust me. Don't open that email and start your day. That's not something you want to have a coffee and scroll through the dogs that are all going to be euthanized. But I did get notification that she was fully pregnant, and what they were going to do, which county shelter does, is terminate the pregnancy no matter how far along they are. They could be due the next day, and they'll terminate the pregnancy and then put the mom dog up for adoption. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever lost a pregnancy, know someone that's lost a pregnancy, early in the pregnancy, late in the pregnancy. You know what it's done to that mom. Dogs are no different. Dogs have emotions. Dogs have feelings. Dogs have hormones, just like people do. I've seen dogs that have had their pregnancies terminated. I've seen how they act. I've seen how they scour in a frantic panic looking for their puppies. They don't understand what happened. To them, they were taken into a room. They fell asleep. They woke up. They know they don't have babies in them. They're looking for their babies. Now humans know what happened. We know when. Okay, we all gonna bark about it? I know it's a sad topic. I know, but it has to be discussed. I'm sorry. It has to be discussed. When we go in for a surgery, even if it's goodness sake, even if it's like a tooth being pulled or any kind of surgery, we know we went in. We know we're under anesthesia. We know when we wake up what we're experiencing. Dogs do not understand that. Let's all pause for Boston. Maybe this is a good time. If you are not on our YouTube channel, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're watching on YouTube right now and you're not a subscriber, just subscribe. It costs nothing. It's equivalent to a Facebook like. I'm telling you, this is how we're going to go forward with this rescue. Donations are at an all-time low. Numerous rescues are closing. We don't want to be one of those rescues. We need to keep this rescue going and funded. We're one of the good rescues. And I'm not just saying that because I started it myself. I'm saying it because we're a good rescue. We do good. We do what we say. We're not one of these rescues that say we saved a dog and then really we take it to county when it doesn't get adopted in time. We will adopt them out. If they get returned, we take them back. We'll adopt them out again. If they get returned again, we'll take them back. These dogs we've rescued for life. And we're one of the good rescues. We need to stay funded. Our YouTube channel is how that's going to happen. If you're privy to these YouTubers that are making millions of dollars for blowing up cars or just commentating on other videos. I mean, it's insane the amount of money these YouTubers are making. We're trying to build our channel, build our subscribers. We're going to get paid by the amount of videos people watch and the amount of likes and comments we get. So just please go there and do it. If you can't donate moolah, which is what funds us, then you can help by subscribing to our YouTube channel and watching videos and liking. That's all you gotta do. Hey, you can even share them and maybe other people would watch, like, and subscribe as well. That being said, we got Billy because I didn't want them to terminate her babies. So we got her in April of this year, just 134 days ago. And she gave birth to her babies 12 days after we got her. And she had 8 babies. Now, 4 of which are right here behind me. And you can't see them because they're all black dogs. She had 8 puppies. 6 were all black. Only 2 were brown. Now, I don't know if you all know about the black dog syndrome. That's also black cat syndrome too. Superstitions. They're considered unlucky. I think there's something biblical about black cat or black dog. I'm not sure. They're the least adopted. They're the most euthanized. If you categorize by color, now of course pit bulls and chihuahuas are the most euthanized. I think shepherds are up there now too. But if you categorize by color, black dogs are the most euthanized. I don't know. People are crazy. People believe in crazy superstitions. I don't know. But unfortunately, it's playing effect here. So she had 8 babies. 4 have gotten adopted and 4 are still here. Now, normally when we have a litter of puppies, they're adoptable, able to go to their new home by 8 weeks of age. I think the longest we'd had a litter was about 10 weeks. These puppies back here that are brawling are 17 going on 18 weeks old. They are 4.5 months old. That has never been heard of. I have never, ever in the history of Rockstar posted puppies on Petfinder or our Facebook and had no response. I mean, it was to the point where I actually emailed Petfinder and was like, nobody's able to see our dogs, or I'm not getting email inquiries about our dogs. And they're like, yeah, no one's inquiring about dogs. So I'm not going to go over. Hey, let's pipe down. Let's pipe down. I'm not going to go over the amount, how long they've been here. I mean, I just said they were born here. They've been here like 17, 18 weeks. So they kind of don't count in the long-term dogs here. Hopefully they're going to go, hey, we need to be quiet. You guys want to be on YouTube? Yeah, I know. Hey. Okay. So that takes us down to Peggy Sue. Now, Peggy Sue is also a different kind of case. So Peggy Sue was with us. Actually, my cousin found her. He said she had been wandering around his neighborhood for about a week. He had seen her. And then one day she wandered into his garage. So he was like, quick. He shut the garage and he got her in there. And he said she was filthy. He gave her a bath. And she was so super sweet. But he couldn't keep her because he has 3 dogs and a brand new baby. So who does he call? Ghostbuster. Me. He got her here and we suspected that she was pregnant. So I didn't want to spay her. That's a whole nother controversy. I get a lot of flack for that too. Not hurrying and spaying dogs before I know they're pregnant to avoid the puppies. Maybe we'll talk about that on another episode. There's a lot to be said about that. Rescues do it. I don't do it. You can leave your hate comment in the descriptions below because I'm sure there's people, who say that they need to be spayed right away and we don't need more puppies. I agree we don't need more puppies, but like I said before, I know the effects of a pregnant mom when she loses her babies, so I'm not going to do it. But Peggy Sue, we didn't know she was pregnant. Now, she got adopted, or basically she was fostered to adopt. They wanted to adopt her, but I said she might be pregnant, so why don't you foster until we know? And then if she isn't pregnant, we'll let you adopt her. If she is pregnant, we'll have her come back, have her babies, raise her babies, and then when they're all adopted, you can take her back and adopt her, which has been the case. And her foster / owners have come every single Friday to visit her, which I think is awesome because they didn't want her to lose a sense of who they were. They wanted to stay involved and engaged, and it's been awesome. They are some of the most awesome adopters, and we have a short list for that. No, that's not true. We have some really good adopters. We've adopted out like almost, I think, like close to 520 dogs or something, and I would say 95% of those, actually probably higher, have been great adopters. So I'm just kidding. So Peggy Sue came back. She had her babies. She had her babies actually 8 weeks ago. They are now 8 weeks old. And a few of them have already been adopted. We still have a few here. They're the cutest little fluffy, puffy. They're adorable. So they are all here as well. Okay, so the next, I'm going in order of who's been here longest to the most current, in case you haven't been following the bouncing ball. Okay, so next up, Cardi B. I love doing that. Cardi B. I don't know. Maybe I'll be sued for that. Who knows? So Cardi B, she's a cutie. She is a Sharpay something. She came to us in May of this year, and that was 103 days ago already. That's crazy. She's awesome. So our groomer that we use, whose name is Jordan, I forget her last name, sorry. I'll tag her in this maybe. Maybe she wants some more business. I don't know. Anyway, our groomer had, I don't know how she networked it or how she got Cardi B, but Cardi B was a res dog. She got brutally attacked on the res, had really pretty horrific injuries. Jordan, our groomer, got her, helped her heal through all these injuries, and then couldn't keep her and needed a rescue to take her to help her get adopted. So she contacted me. And I don't know if I've done her a service or not. I mean, geez, she's already been here 103 days, but she's awesome. I don't even understand why she's here. We took Cardi B to a concert. We get called for concerts sometimes. I think a lot of musicians anymore they're so bored on the road, or they're so sad and they're missing their life. They want some happiness. And they contacted our rescue to come and bring dogs just to hang out for the day. And we've done this numerous times with numerous bands. And that's a lot of times how we've done some of these Rockstar photo shoots that we've done, which will be another episode. I have a lot of things I could talk about in these episodes, actually. I might be a podcaster. You heard it here first. Okay, so we took Cardi to a concert. What was the name of that band? Oh, Vampire Weekend. We took her to Vampire Weekend, and they let us set up in the lobby, and we took all of our shirts and stuff. And she must have met, my goodness, 2,000 people, maybe? I don't know. I'm not a good judge of numbers of people. But I don't care who she met. Children, men, women, whatever. She was awesome. Tail wagging. Everyone loved her. She was the sweetest dog. Never a snarl, never a snap, nothing. She got so tired. Even when she was tired, she was awesome to everyone. All she wanted to do was get to the hot dog stand. That's all she wanted was a hot dog. Nobody's adopted her. I don't know why. She gets along with other dogs. She's a sweetheart. You can take her anywhere. Just a couch potato. Maybe someone will adopt her after watching this. So, Cardi B, she's been with us 103 days. Page 2. Okay. That brings us to the boss. The boss, named after Bruce Springsteen. I don't know. I saw his picture, and I just thought he looked like a boss. Now, he was also at county, severely neglected. He had no hair. They had him listed as 10 years old, but he's not 10. He's not yet 10. But he had no hair. He had skin infection, massive skin infection, eye infections. His eyes were all goopy. So we went and got him, and we started him on some medicated baths and some eye ointments and allergy meds. We took him to the dermatologist, and very quickly, in fact, he came to us on June of 24. That was just 93 days ago. What are you doing? Goodness sake. 93 days ago. That's crazy. I feel like he's been here longer. But he came to us. We got him all this medication. We took care of him. And boom, like that. It seemed like for a long time, nothing was happening with his hair. And then all of a sudden, boom, he had hair. And he looks awesome. Please stop that. Hey, ma'am, please stop that. Thank you. So he is now BFFs with Cardi B, and they go out in the yard together, which I never do. But they're so chill. Both of them so chill. They're friendly with other people. They're friendly with dogs. Kids, men, women. I mean, I can tell you right now, almost every dog in here is probably not going to be as good with men as they are with women. Both those dogs love men, which is rare in rescue. So why he's still here, I don't know. But actually, I don't think he's 10. I think he's I don't know. I think he looked older because of his poor condition, but I think he's probably 5 to 7. Let's just go with that. You know, who knows? Okay, so last but not least, Mr. Slim Shady. So if you followed us for any amount of time, lately it's been all about Slim Shady. So we just got Slim Shady actually on August 5th. He's been here 34 days, just a little over a month. He had ataxia, which is a problem walking, like kind of a drunken stagger, a stumble, you know, me on a given Sunday after karaoke, who knows? But we got him and he started kind of improving. We had gotten him on some medication and saw some improvement. And then just the other day, he had a really bad episode, which I will also post links about his issues if you're so inclined to go look in the description below. And now he's doing okay. We don't have results yet. We did 1, 2, 3, 4 different MRIs. Money, 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 money. Yeah. And thank all of you, because we couldn't have done it without all of our donors, supporters, fans, followers, whatever you want to call yourself. That's how we were able to do it. The unfortunate thing is we paid for all these MRIs and none of them showed anything. And that's the wonder of medicine. But then we also did do a spinal tap, and that did reveal very abnormal spinal fluid. So we are currently waiting on the results of that. He was at county. Interesting though, first time ever that this has happened. I pull him from county and a gentleman reaches out to me and says, hey, I'm the man who originally trapped that dog in Gila Bend. Gila Bend, if you're not from Arizona, is a town about an hour southwest of Phoenix. He trapped him. I guess he traps dogs down there and saw him as a stray, trapped him. I guess he was really sick. Had a lot of throw up and diarrhea. I mean, who knows what he's eating as a stray. He got him healthy and then he couldn't keep him and he surrendered him to county, where he, I guess, wasn't at county very long, and then came across my feed and, we went and got him. So it was cool that somebody who had them before county let me know a little bit of history, which, all the history I ever have is they're a stray at county. So it was cool to know where he came from and that he had been sick and that he, kind of worked with them. He also said he didn't have that problem walking when he was with him, but I don't know if maybe he did and the guy didn't notice it, or maybe he didn't at all. I don't know, but Slim Shady's a work in progress. He's still with us and he's only been here 34 days. Let's hope we can find out what's wrong with him and get him adopted. He's amazing, amazing, amazing. He is the sweetest baby, the sweetest, sweetest baby. Every doctor we've taken him to has already fell in love with him. I even asked for pictures from the technicians that were doing the MRI, and they text me some images while he was going under anesthesia and actually getting the MRI. And then they text back, he is the best, and best was all in capitals, which was awesome. So that's our dogs. That's our dogs. So I kind of did some calculations. So the total time, the total days that all these dogs have been in rescue. Uh-oh. That's Libby. So the total amount of time is 3,188 days. But that's an average of 13 months per dog here at our rescue. But it's kind of not fair calculation because Libby has been with us for 4 years. And then Shady's only been with us 34 days. So I also did a calculation where I threw out the high and I threw out the low and I took everyone in between and I did a little calculation there. So if I toss out the high and low, it's an average amount of days of 291 days in rescue. So that ends up to be 9.5 months per dog. That is the average time currently that we've had dogs in rescue. Now, over the years, we have had dogs with us 3 years, 4 years. There was a dog named Barry that was with us for 4 years. That'll be a whole, that'll be a whole nother episode. I don't know. Can you see the scars from there? Can you see all the scarring? I don't know. Yeah, Barry was with us for 4 years, and then we've had dogs like 24 hours. So I never really did a calculation of the average time a dog is with us. I've done an average number of adoptions per year, and our average number of adoptions per year is about 3.5 to 4 dogs per month. Does that make sense? Yeah, 3.5 to 4 dogs a month over the course of a year is our average adoption rate. This year, like I said, without the puppies, I don't even think we would have had 10 adoptions yet this year. Honestly, I mean, I don't even know if we would have had maybe 5 to 10, maybe. So the puppies have upped that number, which is also kind of not fair in your estimate. But at the same time, they are in rescue, and you gotta factor that in. So, you know, that's our dogs. This is our first podcast. I'm not trying to become a big YouTuber podcaster. You know, this is kind of just for information for our donors and our followers. Maybe we'll pick up some new people that are interested in things I'm saying, things I'm talking about. Let me know. Tell me in the comments. You know, I do read all the comments. I don't like all your comments, but I read them. So let me know. Let me know if, you know, things like, you know, like I said, Libby's been with us 4 years. Is that too long? You know, what's too long? What is too long? 4 months, 8 months, a year, 5 years. If a dog is not deteriorating in rescue, and he's actually improved during his time in rescue, and you just still haven't found that right adopter for his needs, what's too long? I do get a lot of people telling me euthanize him, and like I said, not going to do it. That's a whole nother podcast, and we'll talk about that. So yeah, leave your comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of my lovely facility. And we'll see you next time. Thank you.